Hello guys and dolls and welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorites for the month of October and I'm pretty excited about it. I have a ton of favorites, which is funny because I thought I wouldn't have all that many to share with you, but in the later part of the month I did a bit of shopping and really liked a couple things. So this is sort of honestly like a favorite slash haul, just because I haven't had some of these things for an extended period of time and some of them are like limited edition stuff. I'm also going to have a huge haul for you guys in just a couple days with the Sephora stuff because you know the Sephora sale is coming. So exciting every year in November when that sale rolls around. But anyway, we'll talk about those later. I did have some things actually I had to cut from this month's favorites just because it would have been so long and because I haven't had them for very long and I do want to play with them a little bit longer just before, you know, I gush about them. So just there's a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead and get started with the NYX Wicked Lippies. You guys saw my review of these. You guys know I really like these lipsticks and I wish I had used them in more of my Halloween tutorials, but they just didn't go with the particular looks that I was doing. But seriously, these are so much fun. They're inexpensive. I don't know if they're actually still available, to be honest with you, but I got them on the NYX website, so I'll go ahead and have a link to that in the description box down below. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with that because I did that very extensive review where I compared them to some high-end colors and everything like that. So I will go ahead and link you guys to my NYX Wicked Lippy review in the description box down below. Amazing product. I really love them and definitely an inexpensive way to experiment with fun lip colors. So my next favorite of the month is something that I'm really loving, and that is this little set of the 3D liquid lusters from Lorac. This came out at the same time as the Lorac Mega Pro, which I also purchased, and I've sort of written a review for it, but because it's not available anymore, I kind of cut it from this month's video. I think it's still available on Amazon and also on the Lorac website. This is a really cool product if you've never used it before. It's basically like a little glittery bits at the bottom and then a liquid conductor for them, and you mix it up really good. And I find with these it actually helps to take the little dropper top off and sort of squeeze it a few times and then empty it and squeeze it and empty it, because it kind of forces more of the water down into the bottom, which sort of kind of flushes out some of the glitter that gets stuck at the bottom there. So just kind of squeeze it, and then screw the cap back on, shake it up, and then you'll see that the glitter bits are starting to break up a little bit. They do take a little bit of extra mixing and they unmix really quickly, which is kind of a bummer, but you know, it's just kind of the way that this type of product is going to work. So you mix it up. What I usually do is I'll get some on the back of my hand here. I'll show you what I do. So I'll get a little bit here, and then I'll take like a Q-tip or I'll take another brush and I'll just sort of get a little bit of the excess liquid out of there because I feel like they're a little bit too runny at first. And then I'll use a brush. So I'll grab a brush, get some of that on there, and then you'd apply it to your lids, you know, as you do, or wherever you want to put it on the face. Sometimes I'll put like a little bit just on the inner corner here. I put it all over the lid today. The only thing about these is that they do have a little bit of glitter fallout. Throughout the day they tend to kind of flake a little bit. To me, it's totally worth it because they're so beautiful and fun to play with. If you're the kind of person that just cannot hang with any kind of glitter fallout and just drives you nuts, I would recommend using like the Lit Cosmetic glitters and stuff like that. It's a, you know, it's a kind of different product, but if you want to get a glitter product that isn't gonna, you know, fall out, the Lit stuff is great. But I just like these for the convenience factor of them. It's all in one. I don't have to travel with multiple pieces. This set you get 4 colors, and I'll go ahead and put swatches of them up right here so you can see. The first one is Opal, which is sort of like a blue flash. Then you get the Rose Quartz. Oh my god, this one's my absolute favorite. In fact, I've used it the most out of all of these. Love it, and it's one that I'm wearing on my eye today. Love. The next one in the set is 24K, and I think that this might be different from the gold one that is normally sold, but I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that. And then the final one is called Amethyst, which is more of like a purpley taupe kind of color. Really fun. This one of all of them is probably the least pigmented or the least shimmery. I don't know, something about this one I don't love as much as the other, and this one does have the worst fallout. Also probably problematic because it's a darker color, so when you do see that fallout you see it more as opposed to the lighter colors that you'll only see a little bit of sparkle on your face. These colors I believe are all limited edition. Normally there's 2 colors that are available that are $16 each, and I also want to mention these are full size. These are the exact same size as the ones that you can buy normally, but obviously limited edition colors and all in a set and cheaper, and I was like so excited when that came out. I was like, ah! Makeup-gasm! Okay, so the next thing I have to share with you is something that a friend actually purchased for me. I went out last week with Samantha Riley of YouTube. If you're not watching her, you might want to check her out. If you're interested in people who act kind of insane in videos like I do, you will love her. She's very fun and very genuine, and I had such a great time with her. But while we were out, we were on the hunt for these Nars Audacious lipsticks, and if you guys have been trying to hunt these down as well, I mean, they are places, I mean, you can find them, but I feel like every time I go and I want a color, they're always out of the color that I want. So I was looking for this specific one. I think it's called Dominique, but it turns out it's a Barney's exclusive. So, you know, they didn't have it at Sephora, they didn't have it at Bloomingdale's, they didn't have it at Nordstrom. But while we were at Nordstrom, Samantha actually ended up buying Anna for both of us. Behind my back, you little sneaky monkey. Like, we love the store, and she's like, by the way, I bought you one. So here we go. This is my first of the Nars Audacious lipsticks, and if you haven't seen these before, they are so cool. They have a magnetic tube, so you just... The other thing that's really cool too is if you try to put it on the wrong polarity, watch what happens. Just twist around. Oh my god, like, I'm not gonna lie, I might have played with this for like 5 minutes when I opened it up. Love, love, love the packaging of these. This is a new lipstick formula. So far what I've discovered is it feels very light in texture. Amazing pigmentation, gorgeous. So here's a swatch of Anna by itself. But one thing that I've been doing is experimenting, mixing colors, because you guys know I love to mix it up. So I have two color combos that I really like mixing with Anna, and the first one is the one that I'm wearing right now, which is Anna and Hourglass Icon. What do they call this product? Opaque Rouge. It's their little like liquid lipstick situation. This is like a super intense, like blood red, super matte lip product, and then this is a little bit more creamy. So we get the color that I'm wearing right now. I will also have a swatch of it here. Just, you know, the amount that you mix can be a little bit different, and also I feel like on camera this is looking like really red, but in person it's more of like a muted berry type color. So very perfect for fall. Love these two mixed together. Fun times. And then the other one that I've been mixing it with is Sebastian. Sebastian is that amazing slightly plum toned gray lippy from OCC that I'm obsessed with, and it's just, oh, I love this, and the two together gives me that great like super plum gray color. I love it, love it, love it. I actually wore this weekend out and loved it. The other little haul that I want to share with you guys is some stuff that I picked up from Inglot. You guys know I love Inglot, love Inglot. And while I was there with Samantha in San Francisco, we're like, well, let's go to Macy's and go to Inglot. So let me just show you a couple of things that I picked up. I went ahead and picked up another of the 4SS brush. You guys know this is my favorite for contour. Sometimes also we'll use this for face powder. So I wanted to pick up an extra one of that. I'll probably end up picking up a few more extras of this because I feel like when you find like your favorite brush, sometimes I mean, this is me personally, I like to have multiples of it because for one, I need them for my kit that are separate from my brushes, but more importantly, you know, if you find something that functions for you perfectly and you can use it in different ways, why would you want to use other brushes that don't work as well? That's just, yeah, it's just my philosophy on it. And it's pretty inexpensive for the brushes. They're very high quality. I think that one is like $19 or $21 or something. So for a very high quality brush, that's a really good price. So I decided to also pick up the 6SS, which is the smaller version of it. I'm interested to see how this is going to function in terms of it being similar to this one from Sonia Kashuk that was discontinued. I think it's smaller and a little bit more dense, whereas this one's a little bit fluffier. So I don't know if it's going to end up actually being a dupe for that, but that was my kind of initial, oh, it's so soft and so lovely, and this one was $19 as well. So really excited to test this out. Really good quality brushes, and you know, I love Inglot. So the other thing that I picked up from Inglot is a, this is one of their like crushed eyeshadows or pigments, maybe they call them. This says AMC eyeshadow, so I'm kind of confused because I thought it was a pigment, but whatever. This is number 86. It's a gorgeous copper color with a very strong gold flash to it. It also kind of flashes almost green. Beautiful color. I have a swatch right here for you guys. Amazing! I've actually been wanting to get this one for such a long time, and every time I go to Inglot, they're sold out, and this time they had it, so I was like, ah! I was all excited. I was like, gimme, gimme, gimme. So the last thing I got from Inglot is this pencil. It's one of their new kohl pencils, and it's supposedly waterproof, and I don't know if it's smudge resistant. I know Samantha also got this pencil at the same time, and she said it smudged horribly. So far, I haven't had that experience. So far, it's been fine for me. Praying that it will stay amazing because I really like the color. It's similar to the one that I like from Stila called Deep Burgundy, which by the way is amazing and doesn't smudge. It is fabulous. but it's upwards of $20, and this one was, I think, $11. So this is definitely a, you know, a more budget-friendly version of that. You do have to sharpen it because it's, you know, a traditional kohl pencil and stuff. One thing I did notice is when I wear it in my waterline, I felt like for like 6 hours after, my tears were a little bit pink. Not the tears, but like, you know, like you get like little, like, you know, eye crusties. They were a little bit pink. So yeah, keep that in mind with this, and otherwise, very good pencil. But my next favorite of the month is my eyelash applicator thingy-majig that I showed you guys in my Elsa tutorial. I think I might have used it in my fortune teller tutorial as well. This is so cool. It actually came for free in a pair of lashes from Eyelure, the 121 definition lashes, but they, you know, since then I've discovered that it comes in like a bunch of their different lash packs. So, and mine has mascara goop all over it because I just used it to apply my lashes today, but love this, can't live without it. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with this. Had to include it as a favorite this month. Okay, so the next couple of things that I picked up are from the new MAC collection. If you guys know, every year they do the holiday collection. There's always like all these sub branches of the collection. There's like heirloom mixes, I think the name of the color story, where it's like the lipsticks and the nail polish and the pressed pigments and stuff like that. So they always have like a color story like that, and then they have like the palettes, and then they'll have little gift bags and lip bags and eye bags and, you know, all the things that they come out with for holiday. I'm telling you, when I worked at MAC, it was like the most stressful time of the year because you have to sell so much of that product, and sometimes the holiday collections are like in fact, when I worked there, we had one that was amazing and one that was terrible. I think that in terms of the packaging this year, they hit it out of the park. I think they did such a great job with it, and it definitely got me to buy a palette, which I don't always do. For a long time there, I was, you know, collecting from each MAC holiday collection, and after a couple of real stinker holiday collections, I just kind of stopped. But this one was so beautiful, I was like, all right, I'm going to find one of the palettes that I like, and I'm going to go ahead and get it. So I went ahead and picked up this one. This is the Keepsakes Plum Eyes. I am obsessed with cameos. Hi, my name is Cora. Have we met? I collect them. I think they're beautiful, and the fact that this whole collection has this like vintage jewelry box vibe, the cameos, I couldn't resist getting something with this. The glitter on it thankfully does not come off, which is really, really great. The little beads here, the little pearls, are very delicate though, so I am worried that they're going to break off, so I don't think I'll be traveling with this palette, which is kind of a disappointment. So you open it by pressing up on this little MAC thing here, and it's magnetic, which is quite nice. So inside you get 8 eyeshadows, all in a plum tone. So I went ahead and wrote down little shade descriptions for each one. So let's go through them. So the first one is Sensibility. This is sort of like an icy beige pink with a very smooth frost finish. It's not the most pigmented, but it's not necessarily sheer either. And it's good as a highlight kind of shade if you're into kind of frostier highlights, which I'm really not, but it's good for like an inner corner type highlight. The next one in this palette is the one shadow that I don't like, which is called Topaz. It's kind of like an icy pink. Depending on how you apply it, it's going to have different amount of payoff. So if you apply it over a stickier base, like if you use concealer on your eyelid before you apply your eyeshadow, or if you use like the NYX Jumbo pencils in Milk, you're going to get an intense, you know, bright shine out of it with a little bit of sparkle. But if you apply it over just like a regular, you know, eyeshadow primer or something, you're basically just going to get a little bit of pink sparkle. And to be honest with you, I really don't like this color. It's the only color in this whole palette that I think is a miss. It's usable, it's not terrible, it's not the worst eyeshadow I've ever used, but I've seen MAC use this in more than one palette. In fact, I think I have another palette where they use the same taupeless pink color, and I'm just not impressed with it. Plum Grand is sort of like a dirty plum. It has a really great texture and pigmentation. It's just gorgeous. Oh my god, love it, love it, love it. I love an eyeshadow that works just as good in the crease as it does in the lid, and this is definitely one of those ones. The next color in this palette is Nocturnelle, which is actually a permanent MAC eyeshadow, but this version of it in this palette is a little bit different from the actual version of Nocturnelle. I feel like it's more intense, it's a little bit drier, and a little bit more powdery than the, you know, the permanent version of Nocturnelle, but it's also a little bit more, like I said, it's more intense. So I actually like it better, which is kind of a bummer because, you know, yeah. And I love to use it with Shadowy Lady, which is down here on the bottom, which we'll get to in just a second. So the next color is Fashion Beat. I would describe this as sort of like a dirty violet gray. It has a fair amount of pigmentation. It's a little bit on the like browny violet gray side, so it's kind of a fun color. It goes beautifully with the other ones in this palette. It has a frost finish. The next one is called Subtly Elegant. Love, love, love Subtly Elegant. It's a violet toned gray beautifully textured matte. Love this so much. I am so excited about this eyeshadow. I hope they make this perm or bring it back again. I don't know, but it's gorgeous. Very smooth in texture. So the next one in the palette is Shadowy Lady. It is another permanent eyeshadow, and it's a blackened plum. It's a little bit on the drier and harder side. It can be a little bit difficult to blend on its own. Like if you're just putting it straight on the lid right away after putting on eye primer or something, sometimes you'll have skipping issues or look a little patchy. However, if you apply other colors and then use it afterward to kind of blend out and smoke out the crease, or use it as an eyeliner or something, oh my god, I love Shadowy Lady. One of my all-time favorite MAC eyeshadows. And then the final color in this palette is Magic More, which I believe, again, that they've had in another holiday palette. It's another blackened plum. It does look different from Shadowy Lady. As you can see, it's more gray, and obviously it has that Velux Pearl texture, so they, you know, they look totally different, and it's completely worth it to have both of them in this palette. And overall, you know, even though I'm not a big fan of Topaz, I think that this is a really good palette, and I'm really excited that I picked it up. This is $39.50, I believe. You do get less product than you have in previous holiday palettes, but I find that I don't ever really use these all the way up. And the other thing too is I'd rather have 8 colors and get a little bit less product than have, you know, the ones where you get like 5 colors and maybe you don't like one of those. So in this case, like, I don't like Topaz, but it's only like, you know, 1/8 of the palette. So for me, it's still totally worth it, and I really, really am excited about this. The thing that I picked up from that collection and I'm really excited about is I got the little bag. Like, they'll usually come out with like a carrying bag, and it comes in a box like this with the little cameo thing on it. But that's, that's just the packaging. So it looks like this. It's a satin bag, and it's for like traveling with makeup or whatever. I use little bags like this to carry my jewelry and accessories and my perfume and stuff when I travel. So it had the little cameo thing and the little balls on it's good balls. It has the little pearl things on the sides. I did kind of tug on them to see if they were a little bit more sturdy than the ones that are on the palette, and thankfully they are. This is a travel bag, so it has the little hanging thing and has all the little zippered compartments. So what I'll do is I'll put like earrings in one, maybe bracelets or something in the other, or long bracelets maybe in here. Usually we'll do like my statement necklaces in this size one. And then here in the bottom I'll put like if I'm carrying a silky scarf, and then my lotion and my perfume in here. So that, and everything's nice and contained and it's all together and all that. I actually get a lot of use out of these because my best friend lives a couple of hours away, so when I go and, hang out with her, I usually stay for a day or two. So a bag like this gets a lot of work out for me, and I actually had one that just recently died. A couple of the zippers broke, and I was desperate for a new one. And I know I could have replaced that bag for a lot cheaper than what I paid for this, which was $49.50, but it's so beautiful. I love the satin of it. I love the little pearl things. Of course, I love the cameo. So for me, the emotional reward of loving it and thinking it's so beautiful and everything is definitely worth the, little bit extra money that I paid for it. I got one of the nail polishes, and it's called Just Jewels, and it's the most beautiful, like shimmery icy pink with rainbow glitter in it. I'm completely in love with this. It's not necessarily very fall, but you guys know how I feel about pastels for fall, and I just couldn't pass up this color. It was $13.50, which is $1 more than their regular nail polish, and to be honest with you, I think that generally speaking, MAC nail polish is not the best quality, and it's overpriced, especially since they're smaller than the average size nail polish. I could go on and on and on, but every now and then a color like this comes along that I can't resist, and I'm happy to report that this one does have a very nice formula. It's not massively opaque, but I think it's kind of the type of color you'd use as a topping, or like something you put on top of something else like I did today. I can't remember the name of the OPI color I put over it, but it's a gray, and so it just gives you this great like mother of pearl kind of look. Love it. Very, very happy. And this color I believe is still available on the Nordstrom website. I don't think it's still available at the MAC site, because things on the MAC site always sell out first, and then places like Nordstrom and Macy's will still have them. Another thing I got from the MAC holiday collection is the No Faux Pas lipstick. Super bright fuchsia pink, very blue pink, gorgeous color, amazing texture. It has that great amazing light feeling matte texture that the MAC new mattes have had. Love, love, love it. Gorgeous hot pink fuchsia color. Love, so happy. Now a lot of people said that they thought this was going to be similar to the Too Faced Melted Candy, and I was like, oh my god, I hope it's not the same, because while I love melted candy, I don't need an identical color. So I'm so happy to report that they are different, so I will have a little swatch here comparing the two. I've got the No Faux Pas on this side, and then on this side is the melted candy. So they're very different. I think that melted candy is redder, a little more warmer, definitely more of an orangey hot pink. I actually think it has more in common with MAC's Impassioned lipstick than it does with No Faux Pas. So very, very happy about that. I have one more lippy to share with you guys, and it is from Milani. It is called Enchanted Topaz. Now, unfortunately, I believe that this was limited edition and it might be bye-bye. I can't find it anywhere online except for on eBay, which is such an annoyance. I hate the eBay gougers. Seriously, it's the most annoying thing because they just ruin it for everyone, if you ask me, because they just buy things up and then they jack up the price and it just makes it not fun anymore. However, if you want it, it is available on eBay right now for about 10 bucks is what I found when I looked online. Enchanted Topaz is a pinky beige nude, and normally this type of color doesn't work for me. If it's even kind of sort of brown, it usually just looks like on me. It is terrible. This one actually looks really, really good on me. It works for me. I was like so excited about this and then so devastated because I found out it was limited edition and I want to use it in like all these tutorials and stuff, but you guys can't get it. Now, you guys might still be able to find this at your local CVS or whatever drugstore that might be carrying Milani. You know, you can usually find it like Walgreens and Target and, you know, lots of places carry Milani now. Great, great lipstick. The only thing is it's very matte and it's very drying. So realistically, you're going to want to hydrate before, hydrate after. Just make sure you really, you know, get a little lip balm action happening on those lips because it is a drying formula. However, totally worth it. Amazing color, seriously. And it goes with so many different things. Like, oh, I love it. I'm having a moment with my Milani lipstick, don't mind me. I'm gonna pet it. Now there's two more things I want to mention to you guys this month, and the first one is again something that's not available like officially, but you can get it on Amazon, which is where I picked up mine, and that's Sunshine Grace lotion from Philosophy. This stuff smells exactly like something that my grandma wore when I was a kid. I don't know what that is, but when I smelled it, it was like smelling summers in my childhood. I'm not even kidding. Like, oh my god, it smells so freaking good. It smells like some kind of expensive or maybe inexpensive lotion that my grandma used to wear in the sun to, you know, get a tan or so. I don't really know what she used it for, but if somebody knows what that smell is, if you smelled Sunshine Grace and you know what that thing is that it smells like, please let me know. It's sort of like a fresh, not quite citrus, but oh my god, it smells so good. And like I said, it was one of their summer scents, but you can still find it on Amazon for $35, which is I think what it cost originally anyway. Love this, so obsessed. Had to include it even though, you know, like it's a summer scent in fall, but I recently bought it and I'm so obsessed with it. It's not even funny. Childhood memories. And then the final thing I want to share with you guys this month is something that I'm iffy about. I actually think that I don't like it, and that is the Bare Minerals 5-in-1 BB Advanced Eyeshadow Cream stuff. I saw another YouTuber talking about this, saying that it was very similar to like MAC Painterly Paint Pot. So they have a few different shades available, and I picked up a color that I'm pretty sure wasn't the one that they said was like Painterly Paint Pot. I picked up Soft Linen, which is a yellow based color, and it has a bit of shimmer in it. Let me show you a little swatch right there. It is very pigmented and it does help to block out the, you know, like redness on the lid and things like that. This one has shimmer in it though, and I don't know, something about the texture, it makes my eyelids look so dry. Like I have to say it slowly and dramatically. It's not a good look, it's not attractive, it's not something that I want to use on my eyelids, so I'm going to be returning this one. I'm going to try out one of the other colors that doesn't have shimmer in it and see if I like that better and see if it doesn't have that dryness issue. I can't hang with dry looking eyelids. I'm getting a little bit older. I'm 29. I know that's not older, but you know, I'm aware of the fact that I'm not 21 anymore, and I don't want to be drying out my eyelids, for one. For two, I don't want them to look dry. You know, that's not, crepiness is not cute. And the other thing too is there's so many other products on the market that don't do that, so why would I use one that does make my eyelids look dry? So if any of you guys have tried this 5-in-1, let me know what your experiences with this product are. Have you tried any of the other colors? What do you think? Does it make your eyelids look dry? Does it not? Is it great? Is it the best thing since sliced bread? Is it horrible? Let me know what you guys think about it. There is one more thing that I'm not including in this video. That's the Lorac Pro Mega. The reason why I'm not including it in this video is twofold. The first one is it's completely sold out. So I feel like there's very little point in me talking about it because it's sold out. But furthermore, there's so much to talk about it if I were to do a review that it would be like a very, very long video onto itself. So what I'm going to do is there's a rumor that Amazon might be restocking it. If they do, I will put a video up reviewing it. If they don't, I won't. And that's just to save my sanity and time editing something that you guys can't even get. Or if you guys are like, I just want to see the review anyway, I'll go ahead and do it for you guys. Because I've already written it out. I have, I've tested it out. Anyway. So that is my favorites for the month of October. I hope you guys have enjoyed hanging out with me while I shared all of this. I really enjoyed creating this video for you. So many favorites this month. I had to cut some of them and I will put them in next month's video, which hopefully will also have tons of favorites, because who doesn't love loving makeup? I mean, that's what we're here for, right? Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Make good choices and just be yourself. See you, bye. Hello guys and dolls, welcome back. It's me, Cora. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a review and swatch fest for the new NYX Wicked Lippies. I am so excited about this launch. Oh my god.